All right, hey guys, I'm back here again, and I wanted to ask you a question. What do you do to reset? What do you do to find perspective? How do you rest in the craziness of today's life? Hey guys, my name's Billy Tate, and I'm coming to you back here on the 30 Days in Front of the Camera Challenge. We're on day 18, and I got something special for you today. We are going to take the motorcycles out, and we're going to go up to Idlewild, have some lunch, go see a lake up there in the mountains, and just get out into God's handiwork and get perspective today. And we're going to reset our clock for this week, so to say, and find a way to attack life as it is brought to us. You know, guys, in Romans 1:20, it says, "For his invisible attributes have been clearly perceived in the things that have been made." So, to me, that means we need to get out into nature and see the grandioseness and the beauty and the glory of God. And that's going to allow us to connect with Him, give Him thanks, and be able to have a better chance to attack the world as it has been adapted by man. So let's get these bikes out, let's go check it out, and we're going to talk along the way and talk a little bit more about that. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go. All right, guys, got Renee. Say hi, Renee.
Hey, what's up?
With us, and we're about ready to get out of here. We're going to stop and get some gas, get out on the road, and we'll take a couple of B-roll montages for you. And then when we get up to the mountains, we're going to have a little bit of lunch and find a nice spot up in God's nature to take a look at, and we'll dive into this a little bit more here in a second. So enjoy the ride, and we'll see you guys up there. We're out of here. See you later. You know, guys, we live in an extremely busy life, very hectic life, a life that has been molded by man to create a false sense of security, a false sense of importance, a false sense of beauty, a false sense of worth. And today we're going to talk about what it means to get out into God's nature, into God's order, and to find out that the perspectives that we get through the world that's shaped by man is not as how God intended it. And sometimes we just need to get out and reset and find perspective and find the value of what God values. So we're going to talk about what I do to go out and find that perspective. And it's being up in the mountains, whether it's on a snowboard, skiing, or riding one of these motorcycles. And today we're going to ride one of these motorcycles. So let's get out there. Renee's ready to go, and we're going to get on out of here. You ready to get out here and go find some perspective?
Let's go.
Let's go. We're going to go find it, guys. We're going to bring you along. We're going to shoot some video along the way. So here we go.
That's the purpose. guys, God has given us a call to rest. Even he rested, you know, on the seventh day, after he created all the heavens and the earth and all the creatures that fly, crawl, and slither, even us, he rested. And it's been a biblical principle ever since the dawn of time for man to have a day to rest. And I believe that God gave us that in order to give him glory and to admire and experience his creation as he intended it, to refocus us on him. You know, even God gave us jobs to do within the Garden of Eden before the fall of man, and that seventh day was for us to sit back and see how our work along with God's creation intertwined and intermeshed, and how we work together as caretakers of God's creation to make it better, make it God's vision. And I believe that that is very, very true today. And when we're in these cities and in these communities and subdivisions and all of this stuff, we're not, that's all created by man. That's not being out in the natural order of things as God intended it. And when we get out into the places like the mountains, the hiking trails, the deserts, out on the lakes, oh wow, check that out. That's a nice big hot air balloon right there, guys. Getting ready to take off. Out here in wine country. Anyways, when we're around all these different things, we're not seeing things as God intended it. It's been molded by man. And when we can get back out into nature, take our shoes off, feel the soil, put our feet in the grass, smell the pine trees and the fresh mountain air, hear the streams, see the creatures creeping and crawling and flying, that, guys, is as God intended it. And that's a good place for us to be able to go and reset. And I'm telling you, when you're riding on a motorcycle, it's a totally different experience. What does that say? When we're out here riding on motorcycles, it's a totally different experience, because we are out here smelling everything, having to pay attention to every little nuance on the road, every little pothole, every little bump. You're in tune with the moment. And God is, you know, our lives are fleeting, guys, and every moment is precious. And for me, being out on a motorcycle puts me in tune with God's timing, which is moment by moment by moment. And I'm experiencing the world and the beauty as it passes by, and it's as God intended it. All right, guys, let's go on to the next point. We're going to catch you on down the road. We're going to get some video of this beautiful wine country. Here you go. do it, boys. What'd you think of that ride?
Oh my God, man. Beautiful. Thanks God, bro.
That's right.
Thank you for the invite.
God was showing off this morning, wasn't he?
Every day, always.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to get out there and remind ourselves
yeah, exactly.
of what God's real beauty is and what the natural order is, and just slow down and take a look. Let's go get something to eat.
Sometimes we get so busy and distracted, and we don't realize how beautiful is life, you know. And we get focused sometimes complaining, and we don't realize how big is the picture.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Let's go get something to eat, and then we'll go over to check this lake out.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
It is in the kitchen. My name is Grace. Call me if you need anything, okay?
Can I get a coffee?
This guy has the same idea we did. What a beautiful spot, huh? Try to stay away from your casting arm.
Wow,
Come here.
this is beautiful.
This is the type of spot that we're talking about where we let God reset us. And we forget about all the little things in life that bother us and remember the big picture. I celebrate God and what He's doing in this spot. All right, let's go to the next stop.
You think I'm gonna look stupid?
All right, guys, so took you on the motorcycle ride and came up and saw the beautiful mountains. And Renee and I are sitting up here in the mountains, got some beautiful rocks. I'm just gonna spin it around so you guys can see. We're out here in the pine trees at about 6,000 feet. And guys, our lives are very hectic and the world puts a lot of undue stresses on us and expectations and things that make it hard for us to just stop and rewind, recharge our batteries. And like I was saying earlier, that, you know, even God rested on the seventh day. And there's a very good reason for that. I mean, if you think about it, even Jesus would retreat into the wilderness and the mountaintops and whatnot just to go have time with God and speak with God and rest. And these places are the places that I like to come, and Renee like to come, where we can get most connected with God and recharge our batteries. And I think that it's real important that we find these types of places. But listen, I want you guys to put down in the comments, leave us a comment and tell me what you guys think or what you guys do to recharge and reconnect and find your quiet time to talk with God. I know for us, it's in the mountains, riding our motorcycles. That's a very peaceful place to go. But I encourage you guys to get out in nature, go for a hike, go find a park. Just go find some grass in your backyard, take some time, find the butterflies. You guys saw me with the butterflies in the meadow the other day. And, you know, as my mother used to always say, take the time to go and smell the flowers, because all of our lives are fleeting and we have a limited amount of time. And by getting out into these places, we can get realigned with what God's purpose is and give Him the opportunity to speak clearly through all the hectic and wild times of the world. So guys, we're going to get on out of here. We'll break it down with a montage of the video of the ride down. Maybe we'll get a couple of drone shots of us walking back. But as always, guys, we're going to be back again for day 18 on the 30-day challenge. And we're out of here. So you guys have a fantastic day. and God bless. You got anything to say?
God bless everybody,
All right.
and be awake.
Be awake. That's exactly right. And you know what? God has something waiting for you out in these mountains, so go find it. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next time. Bye.